it to week 1. Welcome to season 2 of Spilled Coffee with yours truly, Fantasy Football Wishlist. We are going to catch all of your fantasy football questions better than Kadarius Toney catches footballs. The ET looking mother son of a whatever might not be on the Chiefs. Oh my God. We got Zach from Pro Football Craze. Before I introduce him, I have to be honest, and Zach doesn't know this. Kyle and I have spoken throughout the offseason. We are fantasy football nerds. So when the football Super Bowl ends, we're still looking now, okay, what are the coaching changes? What are the player changes, the analytics, these coaching schemes? We're still talking football stuff. But I said, hey, when I do season 2 of Spilled Coffee, I need Zach back on because Zach, as I mention every single time, if you want up-to-date injury reports, up-to-date player information, moves from teams, hit up Zach from Pro Football Craze. He told me this morning, he was like, hey, yo, Scotty, how's your wrist injury? I'm like, dude, I didn't know my wrist. Oh, Jesus! The guy gets injuries before it happens. Zach, where can they find you, buddy?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Pro Football Craze. There, you can see it on the screen. I appreciate that, Scotty. You try to be as fast as possible for all the news. Want to keep everyone up to date. Make sure you're not starting anyone who's injured. Make sure you can go pick up the handcuff or the backup right after the injury happens before anyone else knows about it.
So, and thank you, Zach. And I see Kyle down there. By the end of this show, I want you to piss your pants. So that is the goal of this show. I don't know how many I'm going to get right with the predictions. But like I said before, Kyle and I, throughout the season, we are fantasy nerds. We look more deeper than most people. Will we get certain things wrong? 80% of the time we get it right. 20% we get it wrong. For example, Jahmyr Gibbs had less rushing yards than Patrick Mahomes. If you were going to tell me, I would tell you, hey, if you're going to start for rushing yards, Mahomes or Gibbs, Gibbs clearly. Then we have some fans who go into the chat and go, you're an idiot. I knew Mahomes would have more rushing yards than Gibbs. Okay, bro. It happens. We're right most of the time. Hopefully we help you win the chip, win some money. And further ado, we have Kyle below me. We met in Vegas a week ago, which was tremendous, actually in person.
Finally.
I love that hugging that bear type of teddy bear he is. But
I'm a grizzly, bro. Like,
this is getting gay, though. This is kind of getting gay. But no, we're about. We already got some people in the chat. We're going to answer all your questions. We're going to do the best we can. Joe's back from season 1. Joe's back. Let's go, baby! I have in my headphones, so please scream as soon as you go live. The deaf will help the baby screaming. Yes, if any of you have kids, thank God for football. You guys can make an excuse that you want to clean the basement and hide down there for 8 hours. Good morning to my better half, Jenny. My God. So how is it? Before we go, we have to talk about Thursday night football. All right, Kadarius Toney. How awesome is it that there are people in the fantasy football industry that finally sat down after a long day of work or school, sit down, grab their beer, water, soda, or their Happy Smokes, and they go, all right, let's see what Kadarius Toney could do for me to start this season. Was it the worst wide receiver performance you've ever seen? It was vile. Tell me, Kyle, what do you think?
I think it was probably the worst bed shitting I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, Jesus. Craze, what do you think, broski?
Yeah, it was pretty bad all around for the Chiefs when it came to their wide receiver core. No one really stood out, except for Kadarius Toney. He really stood out as the worst wide receiver.
He stood out for the wrong reasons, yeah.
Exactly. So what we learned with that first game, of course, we shouldn't overreact. It's week 1. People are learning. But I found out the Chiefs have a bunch of wide receiver 4s. I wouldn't want to own any of the Chiefs running backs. Pacheco is the best running back on the team, but Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to basically be a thorn on your side all year with his 4 carries where you're like, all right, I got Pacheco. He's the best running back on the team. I need 2 points from the fourth quarter for Pacheco to win this game. Why is Hilaire in the game? Why is Hilaire in the game? What happened to McKinnon? Did somebody not give him the same plane flight as that team?
It's like they came out.
What happened?
They came out treating it like a preseason game, and they got beat like a preseason game.
What a I mean, Mahomes, you could tell that he was being a professional, but he had to go into that locker room and talk to his family and go, I can't do this all year. We better get this GM on the phone and get me some guy who can catch a fucking ball. They proved Travis Kelce, without him, my God, they have a bunch of practice squad guys.
Mm-hmm. Mike Evans, maybe he'll be on the way to Kansas City soon. Right?
So, yeah, Mike Evans could be on the way to Kansas City. I'm thinking already, I'm thinking next year. Like T. Higgins could get a paycheck by the Chiefs, and that would be dangerous. So in Dynasty, keep that in mind.
That'd be gross.
That would be disgusting. Okay? That would prove my point that T. Higgins is a wide receiver one. Oh, my God. So in the chat, we got some. Hey, let's keep up with these chats. We got a lot of support. Yeah,
I had Albert on there a minute ago. What's up,
okay,
Albert?
Yes, honestly, if you are in deeper leagues and you got Rashee Rice, I mean, I didn't think he would even see the field. I thought, honestly, Tony and Sky Moore were going to battle it out and see, okay, which guy's going to stand out between Sky Moore and Kadarius Toney. And Rashee Rice, I think, caught every target he had. It was only like 3, but caught the touchdown. I mean, if he dropped that one, that'd be ridiculous. He was wide open. Wide open. And that tells you how good Patrick Mahomes is. He looked decent with garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. Guys, you got to wake up. I didn't even set up my coffee yet. This is very quiet. But
we don't have any questions to answer.
Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to keep up with stuff here too. Like
We'll get it.
News is flying. Andrew's officially out.
Mark Andrews is out. So here, with Mark Andrews out, who are some names that are replacements? I mean,
Captain says he'll be on in a moment as well.
Beautiful. Captain, thanks for being late. No, if you have Mark Andrews, I mean, what's up with the tight ends all getting hurt? Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, Waller. Any update on Waller, Zach?
No, he's expected to play tonight. It's more just a tightness thing with his hamstring, so they're going to try and keep him hydrated as much as possible, and he should be good to go. And be the number one target on this Giants offense by the looks of things.
Now, if you have the Giants, what wide receivers on that team do you want? I mean, I don't want any. I don't want any. No. Listen, if I forced you, if I was pulling your arm, and I said, you got to pick one. You got to pick one wide receiver on the Giants. As you start crying because you're basically throwing yourself off a cliff, what wide receiver on the Giants would you take?
Probably Wandale. If I had to have one, I think Wandale would be the direction I'd go just because he's got that big play upside anytime he touches the ball. But
yes. And at least we know we can't pick Sterling Shepard because he only plays 2 games.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, my God. But Darren Waller should ball out. I'm sorry. I'm going all over the place. If you have Mark Andrews, the obvious choice is to go on the waiver wire and pick up Likely, his backup. If Likely is not available, Jawan Johnson from New Orleans, I would pick up. Aquanco from the Titans, I'd pick up. If for some reason Dolchich is available, I'd pick him up. And a wild card tight end I'd pick up would be McBride from the Cardinals. I think
Ertz is active though.
What?
Ertz is active.
Thank you. See, crazy. That's why I got you, dude. Last time I checked, last night he wasn't, but
he's actually active for the game. I'm pretty sure I just read.
All right, then don't pick up McBride. That'd be a stupid move.
There's one over here in the chat. Daniel, what's up, buddy? Half PPR, Akers or Mostert?
Akers has a tough matchup, but it's oh my God! Right off the bat, Daniel. Honestly, I'm going Mostert because it's competition. I'm going Mostert. better defense he is going against than his lack of competition. I know Akers has a lack of competition. He has nobody, but Akers is going against the Seahawks, correct?
Yep.
Yes, Akers against the Seahawks, Mostert against the Chargers, but I thought I saw A-Chain's inactive, right?
Yeah.
Inactive.
So it's basically him and Ahmed. So yeah, I'm going to go Mostert as well, which I never thought I would say Mostert over Akers, but here we are.
Yes, and I'm sorry, Zach. Sorry, Zach, to cut you off. You're going to go right after this, but I tell everybody, week 1, play your studs. And the first question of the season, we are telling you to play your bench player. Yes.
Yeah, I think I would go Mostert as well. I like Akers this week too. I just think with no one being there for Mostert in a high-powered offense, that's going to score lots of points for the Dolphins. That's the guy you want to have at least for 1 week. He won't be good for any more than that.
I'm surprised that A-Chain's inactive.
I'm in a deep league. Kyle's actually in it. Captain! Holy shit, he just came off a plane. Apparently his plane is a convertible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, our boy Captain is also a pilot part-time. He drives a convertible airplane.
Yeah. He's really taking this gimmick to the next level, Captain.
Yeah, right? Literally just got to the hotel room, so.
Oh my God! Where's the stewardess?
Kick her out.
Getting dressed. Freaking awesome! So the first question, Captain, was who do you start? Half PPR, Mostert or Akers?
I'm probably going Mostert.
All 4. Doom, core 4, all go Mostert, which basically goes against all of our logic. Play your studs week 1. Go with your bench player on this one.
Yeah, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Little throwback to the Chiefs convo from earlier.
Yeah.
Surprised they didn't grab Hopkins. I am too.
After losing Hill, I know you're not going to match his skill set. I understand that. I know the Sky Moore pick was good, but to not replace him altogether, Marquise they did get Juju. Oh, that was stupid. Last year they did get Juju Smith-Schuster, which what do you?
I'm just shocked more teams didn't go after Hopkins.
Yes. Do you guys agree with me? Skill-wise,
yes.
Hopkins is arguably top 3 in the league skill-wise receiver.
Oh
yes.
Yeah.
And he was still producing last year.
The fact that teams weren't going after him was purely financial based. It had to be for most of them. Just no cap space, essentially.
You imagine DeAndre Hopkins' value with the Chiefs?
Ridiculous. It wouldn't even be fair.
No.
I'm going to ask you guys, does he become a top 10 wide receiver?
If he was with the Chiefs, yes.
With the Chiefs, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Easily.
I mean,
we got Craze back here now.
Craze fell off. Craze fell to the bottom, the basement. What happened to you, dude?
I pressed the wrong button.
He just fell through the floor all the way.
But Craze, now that we're on, any updates that I did not know? Ertz is active. Mark, even if you think people know, obviously, we're going to just repeat the injuries. So we got Mark Andrews is definitely out. Ertz is in. Waller's on the verge of playing on Sunday night.
Yeah, Waller's going to play. As you said, Ertz is actually active. It wasn't expected to be by a lot of people, but he's going to play. Darren Waller, George Kittle, Romeo Doubs, Hollywood, Ertz, and Ramondre Stevenson are all playing. And then guys that aren't playing, Mark Andrews, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Parker, Kendre Miller, Devin Witherspoon, Cordell Patterson. Guys like that aren't playing today. So a good mix of guys you were hoping to play, you can't, and some surprises, but nothing crazy.
Captain, we also said that Kadarius Toney's performance was the worst of a wide receiver I've seen in my life. Can you think of one worse?
Oh, man.
Nope.
Oh, man. You know what? We're allowed last year when Jacoby Myers at the very end of the game just threw the ball away and the Patriots lost? I think that play alone destroyed his game, regardless of what he did. But can't think of much more. But it was almost like watching Tony in college a bit as a prospect. That was his problem. He had the yips. There would just be some games he just couldn't catch the ball. But then there'd be others, all he could do was grab it and just embarrass you with it. So it's funny to see it come back.
Oh, my God. I mean, the interception was right in his hands.
Yeah. Oh, it couldn't have been a better ball.
It was a perfect ball, yeah. I could have caught that ball, dude.
Exactly. I said, I could drop 4 passes if you want. I'll take half the salary. I mean, I wouldn't get that. Don't get me wrong.
It just sticks in the mask. He doesn't even need his hands for it. Just hit him right here and let it catch in the mask.
It's Sunday morning. I'm in my basement. I wouldn't even be able to get that separation he did, but I could just talk about it. Yeah. We're ripping an elite athlete, which I do which in a couple minutes I'll be doing on a bunch of teams.
Yeah.
Pick up Ferguson, probably rostered in less than 50% of leagues. I actually spoke to Kyle about this because I do like Ferguson. Kyle is a Dallas Cowboy fan. I said, hey, what's the deal with the tight ends with Dallas?
He's a decent, I don't like him necessarily for the season because I think they're going to do the committee thing like they did last year. But for today, all of these tight ends that are injured, if you need somebody and he's out there, grab him. I mean,
well, yeah, Dak has made tight ends relevant for years now. I'm shocked at how Ferguson's been going undrafted. I've been thinking he's like a sneaky sleeper play just because of how, even Blake Jarwin a few years ago, before Schultz was relevant just because it was Dak. The difference being, I think Cooks is going to be a big factor for him too, to see which one of them is going to be a little bit more relevant than the other. I think it might be Cooks, but I mean, it's hard not to take a shot on Ferguson, especially with so many tight ends out this week.
Dude, all the tight ends are hurt. What is going on with tight ends? But I still think they're going to do some sort of committee. Last year, they rotated them all so much that Schultz wasn't even the stud that he was before.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see him kind of doing a similar thing. Ferguson will be the leader, but there's still going to be a committee there. But, yeah, if you're hurting this week at tight end and there's nobody else to pick up, I'm certainly fine with grabbing Ferguson and plugging him in. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Show.
Yes. So with that said, too, question. Breece Hall or Dalvin Cook at a flex position, with Breece Hall saying, I'm good to go?
I'd rather have Cook.
Yeah, I'm leaning Dalvin for week 1. It just doesn't make sense for them to lean on Hall right away. Use the older guy that you only have, I think, for this year. Just wear him out. Let Hall keep enough reps to keep the rust off, but not enough to really hurt that knee again.
Yeah, I think for this week, I think I would go Cook as well. I think that Breece Hall, he thinks he's healthy himself, and he's going to go out there and do everything he can. But I think that the team is just going to say, we're just going to give the ball to Cook a little bit more.
Now, this is going to help me out. Kyle. Dalvin Cook or Samaje Perine?
I would probably go Cook. I saw it's going to be around 55% Javonte, 40% Perine. 5% for McLaughlin or whatever his name is there.
And Perine catches well. That's the other thing too. That's nice in PPR leagues.
Mm-hmm. But Russ has dropped 15 pounds and he's ready to run all over the place. So
allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
So Craze goes with Cook. Who do you go with, Captain?
I'm probably going.
It's tough, isn't it?
I think it's still Cook, but Perine's not a bad option either. I think you're splitting hairs with how they're going to end up on the week.
That's how I'm thinking too. I have them for my second flex, and I'm like, it's one
Cook,
of that.
Cook is just so much more explosive. Cook's one of those few players that he's going to break a few runs for 20 yards. It's a given. It's going to happen. So that's that. I think that is the tiebreaker there. He's a big play, whereas Perine maybe not as much, but.
And I don't know how you guys think. I'm also a guy where if I have to decide between two players, and like you said, it's splitting hairs, I'll go with the guy on Monday Night Football. Give me that guy that if I'm down 6 points, I got that guy still to give me a hope. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I guess so. I guess you guys talked me into it. We got some questions?
Yeah, speaking of Brees Hall, Joe Shuck wants to know full PPR flex, Dowds, Hall, or Bateman. That's rough.
Dubs isn't playing, is he?
He is playing.
He is
Watson's not playing.
On a snap
And
count, from
because
what I
Watson's
saw.
not playing and Dobbs is playing, I think that's the direction you gotta go.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I agree, but
The four of us are
I saw
have
there
a
was gonna be
straight face, not smiling, not frowning on
I thought
Dobbs.
they said he was going to be on a.
Yeah.
I thought they said a snap count though, which makes me a little nervous about that.
Click Dobbs with a boring tap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brees Hall, I'm kind of really avoiding this week. Like I'm starting Brian Robinson over him in one league this week. It helps that Robinson's also playing against Cardinals, but still, it's
I agree.
All right, let's hit Steve-O here.
Steve, welcome back. Good to see you again. With the help of your advice and a little luck last year, I was able to secure a championship in Wishlist. He did, and he knocked me out in the first round. It was. I got to go back to this. So he beat me in the first round by I think a point or two. I had Jonathan Taylor who got hurt in the first drive versus the Vikings, where I sat down. I was all comfortable. I'm like, all right, let's start this playoffs off, baby. Why is Taylor not in the game? Why is Zach Moss in the game? Why is Taylor walking to the tent? He didn't look like he got hurt. So Steve knocked me off with Jonathan Taylor being a bitch.
Yeah.
If he just leaned in for another 10 yards, I win.
Good old JT.
JT, he's hurt. I didn't even read the question, Steve. You just brought me back into a nightmare. No. Hey, good to see you.
Screw your question. We're moving on.
Oh, man. I just lost that. Congrats to the champ, though. I got to give Steve credit. He kicked ass last year. I was able to secure Mims, Nico Collins, or Pittman for flex. I'm leaning Pittman.
So I think Judy's not expected to play, so Mims could be sneaky here.
Yeah.
And I would start Collins just because Mechie's not playing.
Yeah.
I'm leaning Mims too. So
are you leaning Mims? Because who do the Colts have other than Pittman?
Pierce, Downs.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, but is Richardson going to be throwing that much? This could be like a Justin Fields situation last year, where even the number one guy isn't doing great.
All right, because here, okay,
and
because
they got a fleet of tight ends.
Because we're all over the place, I'm going to give a little. I don't want to stay too long on certain questions, but we'll give our why we said what we said. I chose Pittman because I like Mims too. Don't get me wrong. But I think they're going to lean more on the running game. I think Samaje Perine's going to play big. I know Kyle disagrees with me. I think the beginning of the year, Denver's going to lean on Samaje Perine a lot. Javonte is healthy, apparently, so I think he's going to get some balls. You still have Sutton, Dulcich. Nico Collins, Houston's such a wild card. I like Nico Collins, but I'm picking Pittman just because he's the dude there. Like, the running back is shaky, the tight end shaky. There's nobody else there. That's why I'm picking Pittman. But I'm going to let the other guys with knowledge rash their decision. Let's Captain go for it.
I think everything you said was right. Like Pittman's really the only guy there, so to me he's the safest one. But for me, I think and Collins is a wild card. I have no idea I'm a Texans fan. I don't know what's going to happen in that offense right now. Like Pierce is so solid. I'm curious to see how they use Schultz there. I'm curious to see how much, because Stroud likes Tank Dell. I'm curious to see what he does with them. It could be weird. He could do exactly what we expect Zay Flowers to do, or he could do absolutely nothing. It's weird. But Mims I like, because if Judy's not playing, so I'd say I'd watch that. If Judy's going to play, I'm going to go Pittman. But I don't think he's playing. So Mims being the second guy there, and like Oakland's not a very good defense. And so Cortland Sutton's going to get all the respect from the defense. So Mims is just going to be out there, and he can ball. He's a great rookie prospect. I think this is a great opportunity for him with Judy out. He could be he's a sneaky ad for a lot of leagues this year.
Yeah. And like Captain just said, Pick him up before the waivers this week.
Yeah.
He's going to be a waiver wire pickup. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. I would go with Collins just due to the fact that I think he could very possibly lead the Texans in targets this week. They're in a game against the Ravens that they're expected to be trailing a lot, which means they're not going to be able to run the ball with Dameon Pierce all day. And with John Mechie not being active with his hamstring injury, I think that and I think he should get the PPR floor that should be good.
All right, Kyle, last but not least.
Yeah, I'm 100% with Captain on this one. Like, if Judy doesn't play, you got to go Mims. Dude, I got to watch him play at OU plenty, so the dude's a star.
Oh.
This guy's bringing out the college ball right
That's
now.
a homer pick. That's what it is.
All right, so the majority goes Mims. Steve-O, good luck, brother. Next question. My man, what's up? The Guam Otter. Thanks for coming in. Scotty Too Hottie. I did wear a shirt this time. Maybe next show. No shirt. Thank you, Billy, for tuning in. What's up, Scotty? Andre! What up, Trey? Trey Rodriguez in the house. Thank you for the support. Rodgers or Stafford? Week 1, also in a deep. You got to go Rodgers.
Rodgers,
yeah.
Yep.
Rodgers he wants to prove that the Jets did better with him than they did with Favre. Yeah, he's gonna ball, dude. It's gonna be 32-year-old Rodgers, not what is he, 40? But
yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for him and Wilson.
It is, yeah.
So excited.
Garrett Wilson is going to be ridiculous this year. I'm hoping he stays. I hope these football players stay healthy.
Me too. Not like the tight ends this week.
Yeah. Make fantasy fun with playing with healthy players. I hate to see all these injuries. What up, fellas? Football is back. Darren, thanks for the support. Welcome to the house, brother. Appreciate it. What's up, Sky? What are some running backs you guys would recommend picking up off waivers in deep leagues? Good question. Running backs in deeper leagues.
That's a tough question. Not knowing what's available.
That is it. Yeah, I mean,
like you got to wonder: is Pirine, would he be available in deep leagues?
Yeah, Samaje P. No, guys, random off.
I don't think so. I think he was drafted.
I think you're looking at guys like Rico Dowdle, like
Salvin Ahmed.
Maybe, yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna say Evan Hull too.
Yeah, Samaje P. Ryan's a good one. I'm trying to think real quick on running backs.
I think a couple of pretty deep ones that didn't get drafted in most of my leagues are Kyron Williams and Chris Evans with the Bengals.
Boston Scott.
I hear you. If we're mentioning Boston Scott and who did you just mention, Craze?
I said Rico Dowdle. He would be my.
I think you guys will agree with me, even though this is a disgusting pickup that nobody wants to do. Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
If you're looking deep league, I agree.
Deep league, you're desperate. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, because he's going to get you at least 5 touches. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Samaje Perine if he's available. That'd be
Calvin Ahmed.
Ahmed from the Dolphins.
He's number 2 today.
Yes.
Where's Roshan Johnson been going for you guys?
He's available in 2 of my leagues. I want him, but I have nowhere to drop.
Yeah, that's a guy I like too. I've stashed him in a lot of leagues. Every taxi squad I have has him on there.
Yes. So Andre, that is a great pickup, and I think I know the league you're talking about.
Sean Tucker. That's a good one.
Sean Tucker is a good one. Sean Tucker from the Bucks. Roshan Johnson from the Bears, the rookie running back. And if for some reason Deontay Foreman is available, you get Rashawn Johnson, Deontay Foreman, you're going to have a Bears running back. I mean, Khalil Herbert's the best. But
yeah. Even Zach Evans could be interesting. I like Zach Evans.
If you're desperate for running back. But Roshan Johnson's a good one. Ahmad from the Dolphins is a good one. And Tucker was a great choice too. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire if you're extremely desperate.
And I think Deuce Vaughn has a chance to have some spike weeks here and there too.
There you go.
He's not going to be very consistent for you, but in a pinch.
Yeah. So, I mean, if I was going to put those in order, I definitely would get Roshan Johnson first. Roshan Johnson, Sean Tucker, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Ahmad from Dolphins.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Pitts for this year? Bounce back or dud? I think Pitts is coming with a bounce back year. I think Ritter sucks. Don't get me wrong. I think Desmond Ritter sucks, but I've been a Washington fan my entire life, and all we deal with is horrible quarterbacks. They still have to throw the ball. They still are going to have Pitts, and I think I love Drake London. Me and Captain both love Drake London this year. But Pitts is just as athletic. I think Drake London and Pitts could. I'm going for the bounce back. What do you guys think?
Same.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he'll bounce back this year.
Yeah, I'm a slight doubter just because there's a lot of mouths to feed. A lot of young guys on that team, so like no one's really had years of consistency there. It's like London's still new to the offense. Pitts is new. Bijan's a stud that's going to be new, and you got to get him the ball. So I don't know. Looking at Arthur Smith offenses in the past, it's a lot of mouths to feed for his type of offense. So that's my only doubt. But last year he wasn't good, so you could call it a bounce back.
Last year, was he dealing with a lingering injury? Do we know? I
hope so. He wasn't good
because he went from. I mean, it was like a Saquon Barkley type of thing.
I keep going back to the fact that he didn't get to play with Ritter. Like he was out for the year before Ritter got to play. And Ritter made London look pretty good. So I don't know. I'm interested to see how that goes with Ritter and Pitts and London and everybody healthy and in there and what happens.
And to support this comment too, if I have Pitts as my tight end, I'm extremely happy because especially with Kelsey and Andrews gone, you have probably one of the best tight ends available right now. So Pitts is very valuable in fantasy football.
Yeah. Looks like we got a little trash talk going on over
here.
You
want to hold my money? Yes. Yes. Fight people. You are a big meanie, Guam. I cried a little. I love it.
A little healthy trash talk never hurt anybody.
We love Mostert. Darren with the flex spot. Mostert or Pittman. We actually have Mostert ahead of Akers this week.
Yeah, I'm going Mostert there.
I think I am as well.
And don't let us mislead you. We're not down on Akers this year. Just this week.
But we are down on Michael Pittman this year.
Yeah. Good call. Yes. So we're not down on Akers, but we're playing Mostert over him. An aging running back. We're doing everything we're not supposed to do in fantasy football.
It's opposite day.
We're picking an aging running back versus a young workhorse running back. And we're knocking off Pittman, hoping he gets traded to the Chiefs.
Yeah. One of these receivers has to end up with the Chiefs, right?
Jen, to answer your question, Rodgers has always been an arrogant asshole, but he will still be a Hall of Fame caliber asshole. So, yes.
Assholes win.
Yes, winning. All the chicks go to the assholes, and here's the nice guys talking about fantasy football on Sunday. Yes, there we are.
True.
Yeah, dressed up as an air pilot.
Daniel agrees with Sean Tucker as a pickup too.
Thank you very much for the chat, Daniel. Paul, hey, I got Cooper Kupp out. Start Van Jefferson, Juju Dobbs, or Samaje Perine. Oh, I'm on like Jefferson or Samaje Perine.
I'm on Jefferson here.
I'm on P.
Yeah, I'm Perine as well.
Yeah.
Samaje Perine's going to touch the ball 15 times.
Has
Captain
Van Jefferson ever been good? Like
he's had some games when Kupp was out. Sure.
Can I compare Van Jefferson is Josh Palmer? I think they just switched games. Like Josh Palmer, you got all the hype of these young receivers, which I think they're very good, but they never showcase. Van Jefferson and Josh Palmer, I believe, are the same player.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Like you want to pick them up on waivers. You're like, oh, dude, he's available. And then they just disappoint you. Then when you put them on the bench, they go for 140 yards and 7 touchdowns.
I only want Van Jefferson if Kupp is out. Like I know he's out right now, but I'm saying just for this, like any time ever. I gotta
look up if he's ever done it.
Kupp is missing.
So, Paul, to answer your question, I think we're leaning towards Samaje Perine. We like Jefferson. We're helping you out by saying Juju and Dobbs are keep them on the bench. It's between Jefferson and Perine, leaning Perine. I believe, like Captain said earlier, Javonte, apparently everybody's talking it up that he's ready to rumble. But I still, to start the season, I can't see them just – he was never a workhorse to begin with, even in college. He's talented as hell. Javonte Williams is extremely talented, but to start the season off such a major injury, Samaje is going to play a big role in the first month.
Yeah, I pulled up Jefferson's stats without Cooper Kupp. In 25, he has 25 catches for 392 yards in 9 games without Cooper Kupp. So nothing crazy.
25 catches for 300. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, last year he was bad without Kupp, but 2 years ago against bad defenses, he could get you double-digit points.
And they're going against Seattle, right?
Yeah, which is they're surprisingly a really good secondary now.
They do. So, Samaje Perine, Paul.
Yeah, Van Jefferson has only had 1 game over 4 receptions without Cooper Kupp, and that was back in 2021. Every game since then has been 3-3, 2-2, 2-3, 3-3.
Kyle just got gangbanged on this question.
I don't give a shit. I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with my answer.
Yeah, is Watson in the room with you?
Yes. All right, here's my towel.
Yeah.
Miguel go. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've added him in a few.
He's a great prototype. Like, he's just a big receiver. He's the only guy with Carolina right now. So Mingo is a great pick right there. Hope you guys
not for this week though. Not
now. Who are they playing?
Atlanta, but rookie number 1 overall picks. The past 14 of them in their first game are 0-13-1. And I really don't want to have any high expectations.
Yeah, but
you can throw a shit
Young.
ton of yards
Young will be
and
that.
still lose.
Yes.
Carolina's going to be playing from behind. Young will throw 4 interceptions, but Mingo's going to catch like 7 passes.
Yes. Mingo doesn't lose points on the quarterback sucking.
Yeah. Young's just going to keep throwing it up to him.
Mingo might have like 3 receptions today. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. I think we're going to see a lot of Adam Thielen. And I think Hayden Hurst and Miles Sanders will probably be the top options after that. I don't think he's quite comfortable yet, and I think it's just going to be quick passes, and I think Mingo's more the big play guy. I don't think we worked that into our offense today.
I do have Mingo stashed in the league with Captain and Kyle, but my team is basically in rebuild, so I have no hope this year. But hopefully I can watch Mingo do some damage.
He was a pickup after I moved Cup to IR in one league too. So
yeah, I like him for the season. Just I don't want to get anyone's hopes up for this week.
And Dynasty. Dynasty,
yeah.
Broncos like their third string McClellan. Absolutely, but he's not going to play ahead of Samaje and Javonte. They do. They could say they like him all they want, but that doesn't mean because they like him, he's not going to play over a better player.
Yeah.
Rashad Penny, just before we move on, is expected to be a healthy scratch today against the Eagles.
Scott, you need to watch with some.
I'm shocked he's still on the team.
He's so good when he's healthy, though. Like, I don't understand.
I don't know if there's a player that's played fewer games the last 4 years than that guy.
For real. Like, legitimately.
He makes Swift look
Michael Thomas, I think,
he's averaging like a game per year. Over.
I think Michael Thomas and him might be close.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think that's one of my college buddies down there. We used to go to the Mountain House Pizza. It's incredible pizza. And I brain farted and contemplating ordering 1,000 pies for the games today. Oh, sorry about that. So you mentioned Michael Thomas. What about Michael Thomas? It's like I saw a porn just now. I was like, boobs just walked past me.
Rashad Penny is supposed to be a healthy scratch.
Okay.
And then we were comparing Rashad Penny and Michael Thomas because neither of them like to play football.
Yes. I like their job too. I like to get paid.
I'm a football player that never plays football.
Yes.
So maybe Boston Scott is a deep stash for a running back.
Yeah.
Essentially water boys. Yeah.
Oh dear.
There's a lot of Jamison Williams thoughts on him after suspension. It's an explosive offense. And I also want to mention, thank you, Daniel, for all the chat. Gibbs, even though like it's the first week of the season and you drafted him pretty high, this guy is a absolute stud for the little I've seen on Thursday night. You saw the explosiveness. It was ridiculous. Like once this guy gets the ball, I mean, I hope he doesn't get hurt because he's smaller and he wasn't afraid to take hits. He's putting his head down. But what an extremely amazing athlete. I'm excited to see him. Gibbs, St. Brown, and I think Jamison Williams is great to have on your team.
Yeah, and Montgomery did not do a whole lot with over 20 touches, so that makes you feel good for Gibbs owners. Great
point. He scored a touchdown and he had 75 yards on 21 carries. Like if Gibbs had 21 carries, he's having over 100 yards. Like,
and they won that game. Like, so it's like, man, if they're having more close games, they gotta do better than that.
The only thing, like Campbell came out after the game and he said the plan was to work Gibbs in slowly.
Yeah.
My only problem is every time they're in, a 2-minute offense or they need to throw the ball, David Montgomery was in to pass protect. So if they don't play the two on the field more at the same time, or Gibbs, obviously they don't like what he's done for pass protection in camp so far. If he can't work on that aspect of his game and get himself in on third downs and in those 2-minute drills situations, then I think there might be issues. But as you said, it was just week 1, so I'm not super concerned yet. But every time I thought this is third down back, Gibbs is going to come in the game, he never did. It was always Monty.
Yeah. Go on.
Sorry, it was hard to judge the Chiefs' defensive line without Chris Jones too, because honestly, Goff was pretty well untouched for most of that game. I think he got sacked once. So I feel like they could almost sacrifice the pass protection of the running back in the future for having that awesome receiving threat that Gibbs can be. But it's hard to tell how good the Chiefs D-line is actually without Chris Jones. So might need a few more weeks to see that, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them just not care about running backs pass protecting and just say, flare out and embarrass some people.
Goff did have time, especially with the right tackle not taking 3 seconds a head start like the Chiefs guy did. What was going on with that too? But we'll keep going on to the questions. But Craze, great points. Also, Gibbs is a rookie. He only had a few weeks with training camp. I mean, a month. I'm sorry, but it is a few weeks. Training camp. I think as the season goes on, he'll get more opportunity, but he's too explosive not to have on the field. And the reason for bringing up Gibbs' explosiveness and St. Brown's explosiveness, Jamison Williams, I think, is the fastest out of the three of them. So it's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, Josh Reynolds was the guy I was debating about picking up on Thursday when I figured I was going to be without Kupp. And he was okay, like 12 fantasy points, but like Williams could easily overtake him. And like he looked somewhat relevant in that game. So like Williams is definitely going to look good after week 6.
Yes.
Yep.
On to the next one. Mark Green, what's up, fellas? Welcome back. Greedy! Thanks for the hit. How do we feel about Robinson and Washington today? Flex spot maybe to do the Commanders, pull out the win. I think that I'm a very realistic Commander fan. This is the first time in my life where I'm like, they're going to murder the Cardinals.
Yeah.
They're going
to really good about the Commanders.
I'm also I get disappointed all the time by them. It's the first sold out crowd in years. They're all wearing white. They're whiting out the entire stadium. The coach Ron Rivera's playing for his job. Eric Bieniemy's playing for Ron Rivera's job. These players are all on contract years. They're going to come out firing. So, and they're going to be in the lead. So Robinson is like captain in his lineup. Robinson's going to get the ball 20 times. He's going to rush the ball like a Montgomery game. He'll be like Montgomery. I can see 70 yards and a touchdown, right?
I like Robinson in this game a lot. Yeah, if you want him in your flex, I'm all about it. I also think the Commanders are a great pick today if you're in an eliminator or survivor pool.
I did that today.
Like, I would totally hit up.
Yeah, they're the second biggest favorites of the week behind the Ravens over the Texans. So the Commanders should easily win this game.
Thanks, Greeny. Is it Walker or Herbert today? Oh, I got to check that Walker's playing the Rams. I like. Oh, how true is this? I don't believe this whole bullshit. They're talking about Chardonnay was third on the depth chart. What's his name is Dallas. Dallas is
I ain't buying it.
Dallas. I was like,
I think all that says to me is it's not going to be an even split of touches between Charbonnet and Walker, so Walker owners can feel really good. Because some people were worried that was going to be a thing. And I'm like, Walker's too good. It's not going to be a thing. Like, DJ Dallas never looked fantastic the last few years. So the fact that he's below him, I think he still sees touches, but he's better than Dallas. Don't get me wrong. To me, it just says that he's not getting as many touches as a lot of people thought.
Yeah,
I think they're just defaulting to the veteran on the depth chart out of the gate. But I agree it's not going to be like 50-50 split out of the gate. I think you'll see Charbonnet maybe eating into Walker's work a little bit more as the season goes with some experience. I mean, he's a rookie. But Walker,
especially if they're blowing teams out.
But Walker is really, really good. So it's not going to be out of the gate. You're getting half the workload. And between these two, I'm going Walker today.
Yeah, I think so. Every depth chart I look at, RotoWire, ESPN, Our Lads, everyone has Charbonnet as the number 2 back.
Yeah.
So it might have been a previous depth chart release that
it was off sleep. It was off sleeper, which sleeper you can't really.
Yeah, well, he's their second running back. I think I would still go with Walker this week, but
yeah,
core 4 going Walker with 4.
Assuming that's Khalil Herbert.
Yeah, not Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert. If it's a super flex, Justin Herbert. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm like, I hope that's Khalil Herbert.
Yeah. Got Dotson. Even though Terry McLaurin is playing, I'm not afraid of that. Dotson's going to get the. I'm actually happy Terry McLaurin's playing because that's going to whoever they have at second.
Dotson's going to catch 3 touchdowns on 4 passes again.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, from Sam Howell, maybe 2 touchdowns, but not.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, 2 touchdowns. But jersey's beautiful, Zach.
Yeah, I got my jerseys were supposed to be here before now. I got 2 new jerseys on the way. They're supposed to be here on Tuesday, so I can move on from my Christian McCaffrey and Cam Newton jerseys that I got in rotation. So next week I'll have 2 new jerseys.
Little Zach on Zach love there.
Yeah, it is. Thanks for coming on, Zach. Think Najee splits with Warren today. I don't want to be a Najee owner though.
I don't want to be a Najee owner regardless of Warren, but I do think Warren eats into his workload this year. More than people are hoping.
Najee and you don't think so?
He's too complete. Like, he can pass protect, he catches well. Like, even if he's only getting 13 rushing touches, we've seen where he has games where he has 9 catches. So the guy just gets used. He's too good. Like, Warren looks fine, but I don't know. Najee's too good. You have to lean with your guy.
Yeah. So this question stems from Ian Rappaport's report this morning that said Najee and Warren could split snaps.
Yeah.
But that was a could. Anything could happen. We could see Warren out-snap Najee Harris for all we know. But
this is going to be a fight with them against San Francisco today. So, even if they're not rushing hard, they want Najee out there catching passes. Mm-hmm. So, he should be out there for most of the snaps if they want to win.
I would compare this to Najee and Warren is like Najee's a better version of David Montgomery on the Bears, and Warren is Khalil Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
Najee Harris is better than David Montgomery.
Yes, but as far as usage, that's a very fair usage.
Like that. That's the usage, how I would compare the usage. It's basically David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert last year.
Yeah.
All right.
Took a multi-line.
Daniel with a long one here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here, I'll read this one off. You guys could just take it. Took a multi-line for $20K. Took Detroit. Oh, shit, wait. Oh, this is just a
parlay?
Yeah. Detroit. I got to look at all these Detroit.
A lot of
they won. Detroit won already. Jacksonville should win. Baltimore should win. Washington should win. Cincy, who they play? Browns. That's a tough game, actually.
Ooh, Raiders.
Dude, if you hit this, Dan, you got to let us know how many you get. If you hit all these, we're celebrating, dude. And this won't be coffee. This is what I have in the back. Yeah.
The Raiders and the Bears make me the most nervous, I think, in this.
Well, the Bears are going against the Packers, who are without
the Titans. The Titans make me the most nervous here against the Saints.
Yeah.
I think the Saints are going to win that one.
But I mean, Hell, dude,
Vegas-
worth a shot, bro.
But I mean, shoot, this guy took Detroit. A lot of people, I liked them on the money line, so that was cool. Yeah, so
I love it.
You picked the first one right, so you're already ahead.
I love it, dude. Good luck. I hope you hit.
Yep.
I hope you hit.
Like you say, with the Titans and the Raiders picks in there, I mean that's why it's going to pay so much if you hit.
Daniel, next week you got to let us know, because I'm not going to remember all those teams that you. Let us know next week how you did. Does Arizona have a legit shot at 0-7? Seeing they traded away, Murray will be out at least half the year. I think it's a legit shot, and I'm just angry saying this because as a Washington fan, I want either Caleb Williams or Harrison Jr., and I don't think I'm going to see either one of them, which upsets me very much. But Arizona does have a shot at both of them, which just, if you're not an Arizona fan, you're pissed off about it.
Yeah, it's them and the Raiders, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right, or the Texans even.
If Washington does shock all of us and they do lose to Arizona, I think I'll kind of be.
We got to throw the Bucks in that category too this year.
But like me and Corey were talking, we think it's possible they just don't even try to bring back Murray this year and just go for those top picks.
They just said they already said earlier this week that they're going to bring back Murray. He was named the captain
to the
of
Raiders
the team.
so they can secure that one pick.
I think Kyler Murray sucks.
I agree.
He's weird. He's good for 9 weeks until he gets hit by a real person.
Yes.
And then he's scared.
Yes. 2 years in a row it happened.
Yeah.
He was like lights out, got hit. And then he was like, fuck this. And then playoffs, when he was in the playoffs, and he just – he looked like if I was a quarterback, scared that Aaron Donald's coming at me, I'd be like, I'd shit my pants.
Yeah.
Fucking heave the ball somewhere.
Which is too bad.
I'd take him over Sam Howell.
Yeah. I can't – Kyle, come on, man.
I'd take him over Dak Prescott.
Need one in my flex spot. PPR. Mingo, Dotson's. Oh, Mostert.
I was on Dotson until I saw Mostert.
Mostert.
Yeah, go Mostert.
Keith, thanks for come weekly, bro. We're here every week. Share. I appreciate the love, but yeah, we're gonna go Mostert on that one with Dotson as second. Thanks, fellas. It was Julio. Just didn't want to try to spell it. No, dude. Don't get me. I'm Kyle will let you know. I'm not the best speller here, dude.
He's the only guy that puts an L in Mahomes.
I spelled Mahomes' last name. I can admit it. I spelled Mahomes' last name wrong for so long that my phone replaces it to the wrong spelling.
You spelled it like Priest Holmes?
Like Priest
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was like Priest Holmes. Exactly. Would you put Dotson over Hick? No.
Yeah, I put him in over Kirk.
Yeah, that's about it.
But I'm assuming these are his two starters in his flex, and I would start Dotson over Kirk.
Jen, Higgins is arguably, Waddle could be the argument. Higgins is arguably the best wide receiver too in the game. He is
like Devonta Smith was like wide receiver 9 last year. Higgins can do that.
Yes, Higgins is awesome. DK Metcalf is he's just solid. Like he's safe.
Yeah.
I'd play Dotson over Kirk.
Yep.
Yeah. Especially because Ridley should take off and that he looks so much better than the other two. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The other two look like walk-ons in preseason video.
That's true.
Oh.
Yeah, you could definitely play Dotson over Kirk. Not Higgins is your number one.
Supposing this isn't Kirk Cousins, I mean.
Now we're just assuming everything is super flex. Yeah, like Kirk Cousins.
Flex Jacoby or
Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby, really?
I'm going Flowers.
No, I was saying it in my head. I was going Jacoby Myers. I was thinking about it because it's a surprise. Like
he should be on waivers. I think. Like
only because of the QB play. I was so sad that Myers. I had him in so many dynasty leagues, thinking to be useful, and then he has Garoppolo throwing to him now.
Yeah,
I think Flowers is the pick there, just for strictly
his
upside
ceiling,
purposes. Myers will probably get 6 points, with Flowers.
Yeah. Thank you, Stats, for the hit. Yeah, we're going with Flowers.
Yeah.
Pour some water on Flowers.
Yeah.
Old Slat to be there with the question.
Little Miracle Grow.
Is Slats playing you today, Kyle? No, I think he's playing Johnny C.
No, I forget who I'm playing.
Would you start James I hate James Conner. Or Swift, now that we know Penny won't play. I hate
I'm on
James.
Swift because
Swift,
the matchup
baby.
for Connor against Washington today is redundant.
Naughty.
Washington was the number one against running backs last year. I'm not playing.
But
If I could help it, I'm not starting Connor against Washington.
Dobbs is just going to check down to Connor all game.
Washington's D line is not going to let them. Not going to let that happen.
10
Literally-
receptions is 10 points, even if it goes for no yards.
That's a point. He's got a point.
And
Yeah.
Swift, I don't even think he's going to be the number one running back. I still think that's going to be Kenneth Gainwell.
I love Swift so much this year.
I think so, yeah. I mean, Swift is
Like,
very. If he's
I
healthy,
love
he's
Gain-
better than Miles Sanders.
Like, I love Kenneth Gainwell. I loved him as a rookie, but Swift is so good. He's so good.
I agree 100. I like Gainwell too. I think just Swift's getting no love, which he doesn't deserve it with all the injuries. But if he's healthy, he's better than Miles Sanders.
He could be a top running back if he's healthy all year. Like,
God
the top,
damn it.
he could do it.
It's a big
I-
if. But
I go Swift.
use him today while he's healthy because
Yeah.
you never know.
Yeah, you draft him. Use him while you can.
I go Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah, got Spears in all my league stashed. I fear it, but I feel the king could fall this year. Yeah,
Also,
Well, even just like a few games, like naggy things could happen. Like a good stash always.
got Spears in all my leagues. Yeah. Flex PPR, Dalvin Cook or DeAndre. Ooh.
that one's a little tougher.
I'm not starting
Yeah,
Swift anywhere. I don't care. I'm taking Cook.
I think I'm going Swift.
Yeah.
I'm starting both of them in a flex in one league. They're my two flexes.
All right, so here's the deal. Oh God, I don't see Breece Hall doing anything on Monday night. My God, I'm leaning towards DeAndre Swift because I like Gainwell. I don't think Gainwell's a workhorse. I think Gainwell is a situational running back.
They're the same players. Like,
Yeah,
they can catch, they can embarrass you for 100-yard runs. Like, they're the same players. Like,
I'm very torn on this one. Actually.
I am torn on this one. Go for the Monday night guy. Then, if you that, like I said earlier, this is a tough one. Swift, if you're going to do this, go with the guy on Monday night. Give yourself that chance.
I think Cook is safer.
Yeah.
So I think, if you look at your roster and you think I just need to meet my projections, maybe that's the direction to go. But Swift could, if one of these guys is going to have a 25-point game, it's going to be Swift. It's not going to be Cook.
see, I think Cook still could have a 25-point game there.
I'm going to go with Scotty on this one. Monday night, the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
I'm still getting swifty with it.
Going
That-
down.
Dalvin Cook is safer, but
To
Dalvin
me,
Cook is
this
safer.
is very close, though. Very close for me.
Yeah. D Swift for the serious players.
Yes. Good call. Pitts or Everett at Pitts?
I'm going Everett this week.
Pitts.
Yeah, I think
Love that
Pitts
matchup
too.
against Miami, bro, with Kellen Moore calling that offense. We talked about the previous Dallas tight ends earlier. Like, I like Everett this week, man.
I think this comes back to what Scotty was saying earlier. You don't really want to bench your star players.
Yeah.
Whether or not I think
early.
every,
Didn't you call Pitts a star player though? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
you drafted
Don't- you
Pitts in the
draft-
6th
you
round.
draft them as such. Don't get cute. Start your starters week one.
Here, Kyle, if you're in a league, Pitts and Everett are free agents right now to play.
all I'm saying is Pitts has burned my asshole more than ever.
No, that was the hooker, not Pitts.
It wasn't my asshole.
That was my Got a boy, Harry.
Jorge.
Jorge, thanks for the love, dude. Always start 3 PPR. Ramondre, James Conner, Godwin, and Drake London.
Bench Connor.
Yes,
Honor. Yeah.
I do not like James Conner.
It's a tough week, and he's the only guy there now, so he's just going to see a stacked box all day of a terrifying defense already.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think Zeke is completely washed, or will have a chance to seriously piss some? He's going to piss off owners.
He's going to piss off a lot of people
off.
No. He's a washed running back who's going to piss off owners.
Yeah, they're not.
Is that a deep stash for the guy that asked earlier? If that's a deep stash for running back, maybe Zeke.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's washed, but he's going to vulture some TDs and piss some people off.
Zeke's down 15 pounds from where he was last year as well. So he's lost some weight. He's a little leaner. So hopefully some speed comes back with that. So he could be a serious pain in someone's ass because you're not going to want to start him, but he could definitely take some touches away from Ramondre.
I think Zeke lost 15 pounds of blood after that block he had to take for the last play with the Dallas Cowboys.
That was the most fuck off farewell.
That was like, we're not signing you, dude. We're gonna lay you out right now, bro. Here's for your 400 carries a year for us.
I've never seen a more middle finger last play call in my life for somebody than that.
But it's not like he's going into an offense where they like only one running back, right? Like when Harris was there, they were splitting, and it was anyone's guess whose game it was going to be. And then even last year with Pollard emerging, finally, it was like he's still playing, and it's just that's who Zeke is. And he's like a rental player. They're going to abuse him. Patriots aren't competing this year, so wear out the old guy.
They have no reason to preserve him whatsoever.
No.
Do you guys like? Yes. What are your options? Like, if you have Andrews, if he's available, you pick him up right away.
Yeah. I like Isaiah Likely a lot.
Yeah.
He's the guy I've stashed in a lot of dynasty leagues because I want him to emerge when Andrews is gone.
He's the Chardonnay of tight ends. He's like, why does he have to deal with him?
Seriously, if he was on another team, he'd be a weekly stud. And
yes,
behind Andrews, unfortunately.
Yes, and Andrews is not even old. Like if he was behind Kelsey, you're like, oh, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, goddamn, we're wasting this guy's career.
We're gonna wait another 6 years for Andrews to retire.
Yeah, if I'm starting any of the Ravens receiving options this week, I think it'd be likely to be the one I'd prefer to play over the rest.
Over Flowers?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm with Zach on this one.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. I just wanted to ask.
I don't know if I'd want him over Flowers in a flex spot.
Just for this week, I think I would.
What the fuck is that?
What is that buzzing?
Dude, I thought, honestly, I thought the first time somebody farted, I wasn't going to invite, I wasn't going to embarrass you right off the bat. And it happened a couple times. Like, does this guy have a fart machine? What the hell's going on?
I think that's my phone.
Yeah, I sit my phone on my mouse pad so it doesn't vibrate my entire desk.
Yeah,
thanks, Captain.
I'm going to put it on my tie, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I got to keep a little bit of a buffer because my phone does not stop buzzing.
Actually, I don't know which phone it is. It might be this one, too. There you go.
Two phones over here.
Nice hotel room.
He's a drug dealer. He's flying for a cartel, actually.
There's a freaking rainforest in here.
Where, dude? Oh, that's a nice hotel. Where the hell are you?
Westchester.
Westchester? That looks like you're in Punta Cana, dude.
That's crazy. Absolutely. Yeah, we're at a Hyatt hotel. And I'm like, man, if Jalen Hyatt plays as good as this hotel is.
Spoiler alert, he won't.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Slept on QBs in my draft. I always do. Got stuck with Dak and Anthony. Oh, God.
Honestly, that's not bad.
Going
late on quarterbacks, you can do worse.
Yeah, if you slept and got that, you're still like, at least you got a shot. I think Richardson's going to be pretty good. Not today.
No.
But he'll have some really good games this year.
And I think Richardson's a good ad for a lot of guys, especially if someone like Dak, where it's like it's not a sexy quarterback pick. It's like maybe safe, serviceable, even is the right word. But Richardson, look at what Fields did last year. 2,200 passing yards. That's it. But he finished his QB10 because he rushed for over 1,000 yards. Richardson could do just that.
He could do the exact
1,000 yards and barely 2,000 passing, and you almost have a top 10 QB. It's unbelievable. That's how broken quarterback scoring is.
I think I'm the only one in the NFL world that I'm not an Anthony Richardson believer.
Oh, he'll be not good for real life, but real life he'll be bad.
We're talking fantasy here.
No. So here's my logic. I think his accuracy is god awful, and I mean, I'm not a professional offensive coordinator. I'm sure defensive coordinator. They're going to be on to that and go, force this guy to throw. We're going to just crowd this box.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
He's new Trey Lance. Dude can run somewhat of an arm. Only played 13 games in college.
Good call.
Super raw but athletic. He's a new Lance.
He's actually going to get to play.
Yeah.
I think that was a good pickup though by Dallas though.
There's still time.
Dude, I was so excited when Dallas traded for Lance.
I thought it was that's a great move.
Put Dak on the hot seat a bit. Give Lance a bit of time to kind of learn. I think that could work out pretty nice in a couple of years. I don't know. We'll see.
They only traded for him to keep him away from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, we gave a 4th-round pick for him. If it doesn't work out, big deal. Like, it's worth a shot.
Oh, 1,000%. Daniel, Nick Chubb is going to be a top 3 running back this year.
Yeah.
Easy.
He's probably going to be the best running back in non-PPR leagues.
Yeah. Yeah. And argue he's going to have a Derrick Henry season.
Yes.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Who are his other ones he had? Go back to that. Who was the other ones?
Sanders, Madison, Aaron Jones.
That's a pretty good group.
That's a great running back.
People are sleeping on Sanders. Like, people forget how almost relevant like Hubbard and whoever that other person was there last year.
Not Shearer.
Foreman.
Yeah, that one.
Foreman, yeah.
Like, oh my, he's better than both of them combined. So like, he's gonna do well.
Yeah. If you stay, starting what? Hurts, CMC, Madison. Pitt's not starting.
I think the H was supposed to be a number. What does H translate to on a keyboard?
Starting.
H is in the middle of the keyboard.
Starting.
Start 5?
I think it's supposed to be J. J Hurts.
Fuck it. Just ignore the H. Hurts.
It's supposed to be J Hurts.
Oh yeah, he's got all numbers there.
Ingram, White, likely, Saint D. Who? R. Patterson. Who's Patterson?
I assume it's supposed to be Cordero Patterson.
Jerry Jeudy out. Oh,
we've been telling this guy for 2 years that he needs to slow down and type his shit out better.
Jorge, we actually on the side, we send you off to a college and they'll teach you how to type. It's pretty cool.
He does this stream of consciousness thing where there's like 3 thoughts, no punctuation. You have to kind of decipher his messages.
So Hurts, CMC, and Madison is an awesome start. CeeDee Lamb's awesome. I love Elijah Moore this year. Evan Ingram, it should be a stud if he stays healthy because he's the only guy that's going to catch balls from Daniel Jones. Roddy White retired.
From Jacksonville.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
That's
is great. St. D. Cordell Patterson's hurt. Judy's out. And Pitt's not starting him.
So what's the question?
You play likely over Pitts?
Question.
I don't think it is a question. I think he just wanted to tell us now that I'm.
Do you play likely over Pitts?
Yep.
Do you play likely over Ingram?
Well, I think
not over Ingram. I don't think.
I think he's starting both of them. I think he's got 2 flex there.
You're playing likely because I think the Ravens are going to be.
If you're playing both of them, look like a boss and put likely in the tight end slot. Commit to that and make it your flex. Like release that way. If he goes off, you can be like, "Yeah, I did that. I knew he was in my tight end spot." Yeah, it's a big move.
Then it's an actual flex, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good call.
Yeah.
The Raven I want is J.K. Dobbins today.
Yes. Love me some Dobbins.
Yeah.
Andrew's starting to get hurt a lot now.
Lobbins my Dobbins.
Oh, captain, my captain.
So if Andrew's starting to get hurt a lot now, likely's the guy to have.
Yeah.
And you have a great tight end room, which is ridiculous. I don't have any tight ends in any of my leagues. I am going to waiver wire tight ends and hope I hit.
I'm playing Higbee in a lot of leagues this week, and I couldn't be happier.
Yep.
Yeah, you got lucky.
That is who you should be getting. Ignore Van Jefferson. Go get Higbee and put him in the flex over Van Jefferson. if you can.
Yes.
I like Puka Nacua too, honestly.
Pickens, McLaurin, Pittman, Godwin. I'm avoiding McLaurin and Pittman here.
Give me Hopkins.
Hopkins, yeah.
Yeah, it's so tough because like Godwin to me seems safer, but like I love DeAndre Hopkins so much.
I love Hopkins.
I would just want him to succeed so much.
And
I wanted to go Godwin really bad against Minnie, but I think you got to go Hopkins there.
And you guys, tell me if I'm wrong. Hopkins, his bad games are like 7 catches for 32 yards. They still get him the ball somehow.
Oh yeah,
like, he's catching the ball, dude. He's like.
Yeah.
His bad games, he's going to get you 5 catches.
Yeah, minimum. Yeah.
Jorge's still out here bragging about his team.
That's good. That's a good trade.
Westchester.
That's classy. There you go. Thank you, boys. I appreciate hanging out and answering questions. Each of you guys are goats. I wouldn't put Thank you. Much appreciated. Hope to see you every week. Hope your lineups hit today. I hope so too, especially against Kyle, because his team's No, I'm kidding. No, thanks, Daniel. Hopefully you come every week. I'm playing a 2 flex.
It is a double flex.
NBA, Scotty, I'm late to your show, but want to show some love. Go Cowboys, though. Fuck the Cowboys. Ken?
Ken's my new favorite chatter. My new favorite follower.
Poor Albert.
I appreciate it, Kenny. Thank you so much, buddy. Is a damn kicker.
Oh, that's why I didn't know who the hell he is. Why are you playing with kickers?
Hey.
You need to get out of fantasy.
Dude, here's the thing. I'm a traditionalist. I disagree with Zach completely on getting rid of kickers, but you could also know who your kicker is on your roster.
Yes.
You have Patterson and didn't know he's a kicker? What the hell are you doing?
Well, he gave us his lineup, and we didn't know who Patterson was. We just assumed it was Cordell Patterson.
Yeah.
That far.
Yeah, I think he might be a rookie kicker. I think someone was saying for like the Chargers or something.
He's a kicker for the Lions.
Is he the kicker for the Lions?
Yeah.
I think he's a rookie regardless, isn't he?
No, he was with Jacksonville last year.
Okay. Trash. No.
Daniel, yes. Fire up Muth every week. Love that guy.
Yeah, he if you have a tight end, that's such an advantage in fantasy. And I wanted to go skill players in all my drafts. I did it in every single draft, and I have a bunch of shitty tight ends.
Oh, Kyle has Patterson in one of our leagues.
I do.
Got him all 3 points. Track.
That's what
he
you
didn't
get,
have
Kyle.
all extra points this week. Not a great week. It's funny, like you want to kicker on a good team, but then if all they score is touchdowns, then it doesn't always work out.
Next one. Where I just picked up Likely last night. Yeah, no, everybody did except for me. Because
very likely he got picked up.
I like it.
Yes.
The trade. Thanks to Kyle. Kyle does know his trades. Any Finns fans?
I bid them well.
All right. Who do we all root for? I root for the Redskins.
Nice. Texans for me.
Cowboys.
And the Panthers.
And the Panthers.
The Putty Cats.
We all saw, if you put our wins together, I don't know if we make the playoffs. Yeah.
Actually, the Cowboys were the only.
Shut up, Kyle. Shut up, Kyle. Laces out, Dan. Reference to Ace Ventura. If you've never seen that movie, it's a must.
I was in Aventura, Florida yesterday. Ventura, also in Florida, where the Dolphins are.
Jeez, when's your next flight, Captain? I'm just curious about
tonight. Yeah, I head back to Canada tonight.
Jesus Christ.
Here for the day.
Back to Canada, eh?
Yeah.
Holy balls.
All right. Got one from Sebastian.
Swift or Pickens? Oh, my God.
Swift. You got to go Swift.
Swift, I want to see what Pickens does throughout the year. I love Pickens' future.
Yeah.
Not right now.
Guy's an animal. But, like, they'll need the ball out against San Francisco.
I love Pickens. I love Pickens, but I'm going to lean towards the running back.
Yeah, I think Swift's more likely to get a touchdown.
To make you feel better, Sebastian, Swift's going to get hurt, so you'll have an easy putting in Pickens for now. While Swift is healthy, play Swift.
Yep, play him while you can.
yes, yeah. Say more coffee. I'll finish it up. Not much left, dude.
It's pretty clear. Is it even coffee?
I put too much fucking half and half in it. I'm not happy with the situation. I'm not happy with the situation.
At least it's half and half, not that.
Yeah, exactly. Like the first sip, I went, "Fuck." Nothing's worse than that. I mean, everybody has their own thing.
You
like
coffee with your half and half there. Huh?
You start the morning, you take the first sip of coffee, and it sucks. It ruins everything. It's like taking a shower, and then after you get out of the shower, you take a shit. You're like, well, that was a waste of my fucking time.
Now I got to shower all over again.
Yeah, I have a swampy asshole right
It depends on how aggressively you shit.
Yeah.
I think it's coffee. You guys have weak coffee down here.
Yeah, I like strong coffee. I agree, Captain. Yeah. My wife is actually Syrian, so her mom makes the coffee, and I feel like it goes straight hair to my chest.
Nice.
Best coffee I ever had was in Cuba, man. They don't fuck around down
there. They don't fuck around. I'd like to taste that. Headed back to Canada after today.
Today?
Hey. 12:48. Darren Garrett. If Tua stays healthy, he's dead. Darren, can he be a top 5 QB? He's dead. He died on the field. Nobody is even recognizing that. Like, he died.
Well, he's 2-2.
He's 2-2.
2-2.
They literally watch him today. They're gonna this way. Oh, where's the huddle, dude? I can't believe it. He's 1 hit away from dead.
But if for some miracle he could.
No,
like,
here's
he had
the deal.
Huge weeks last year. Like, if he did that more, like, if he finished top 5, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm like, yeah, he's throwing to Waddle and Tyreek Hill.
He's the Austin Collie of quarterbacks. Like,
he's
every other play is a concussion.
Can he be what Captain said? Can he be a top 5? Yes. Will he? No. Tua is a younger version of when Troy Aikman and Steve Young ended their careers. Like, they were getting hit so hard. Their concussions were involved. Unfortunately, Tua is 10 years earlier than becoming a Hall of Fame quarterback like those two. Tua, he's 1 hit away from just – I mean, it's dangerous. If I was his family, I'd be like, dude, do not go out there. You made your money already, bro.
The next guy that tackles him is going to be on trial for murder.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God Perfect is gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Antonio Brown could thank that guy.
and Kiko Alonso.
Oh, yes. Kiko Alonso. Yes, I remember. That's the guy I was thinking of with the Dolphins where he killed somebody.
Decapitated again.
Who did he hit?
I want to say Kirk Cousins, but I can't remember for sure.
What?
Kiko Alonso, I think he was playing for the Dolphins. He killed somebody, dude. I think I was like, holy shit, which I can't wait to see that starting in 10 minutes. I wait the whole year for people to get destroyed. I want to see big hits. Played against Chuba in high school. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, was it? It was Flacco, Zach? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it was Flacco that he hit, not
okay. I couldn't remember for sure. Yeah.
Yes. Flacco looked like lost. He was coming from the Junior Olympics at the time. Just to tell you how good professional players are, I played basketball against Chris Sims, who was a shitty NFL player, and he just balled out, dude. I think he dunked over my head.
Yeah, even the bad ones are real athletes.
Yeah, like, I mean, not even the sport they're playing. They're just ridiculous athletes.
Yeah.
Poop after a shower. Go back to bed and call it a day. yeah, dude. It's such a disappointment in life.
I mean, it's not a poop in the shower.
Yeah, waffle stomp. Waffle stomping.
I got a dynasty question here. Would you rather have CJ Stroud and a mid first-round pick in 2024, or Anthony Richardson and a late second-round pick for next year?
Stroud.
You'd rather have Stroud?
Yeah,
and the mid first. And the mid first.
Mid first?
The pick makes a difference there. If it was just QBs, I'd say give Richardson, but
I take the first round pick.
Stroud one, yeah.
Like Stroud is talented.
I'll accept it.
Just give him time, but that pick makes it nice.
I take the first. You're going to have 2 first round picks.
Yeah.
My team's really young in that league too, so I'm going to accept it.
Rashad White or Jamal Rashad White?
Yeah, go White.
Ooh, White, yeah. Today it could be closer though.
How is Bosa going to play after the new contract? He'll get hurt in probably the fourth.
Happy. He's going to play happy.
yes. With a boner.
Yeah.
yes. He's not wearing a cup for sure. He's going to tackle people.
You won't be able to tell, but he's wearing.
yes. After tumor retired, he went on to play hockey for fun. The guy was amazing, and you couldn't. Dude, these athletes, Keith, good point. Like they don't even. Like, I mean, we joke around all the time. And, of course, all of us are going to scream at the TV that, oh, my God, you suck. They're, like, ridiculous athletes. Yeah. Like, we made fun of Tony to start this show, Kadarius Toney. Dude, he runs like a 4.40. I run like a 16-minute 40. Like,
we're making fun of him because he did something we could do in the game.
Yes.
That's why.
Which is sad, I could catch the passes that were thrown to him. I just wouldn't get open.
I would never have been open to begin with.
Yes, I agree. Yes, that perfect example. In that position, I could catch it. Yeah. I wouldn't get to that position. I would.
I'd just be breaking off the line by the time he's at the top of the route, right?
Yes. Yeah. Mahomes would get sacked by the time I got to that point of the field. It would take me 7 seconds to get there.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, like, I don't know if you guys follow hockey, but there was an enforcer for Philadelphia years ago. Dan Carcillo. This guy shows up to a beer league game and just embarrasses people. And he's an enforcer. Guy's like had like 7 goals in his career. And this guy just like he's still a real player. Like people forget it's just that was his role. And like it's nuts to see what guys are. Like
well, I watch every sport.
You see that in basketball too, where you just get like basketball players like Brian Scalabrine and all that. He would just play with other guys and it's just not comparable.
Or who's that really studly offensive lineman for the Colts?
Nelson.
Yes. So he played college ball. And I think it was like Karl Anthony Towns was saying how the dude was just an animal to play against because he was so huge. He'd box you out. He'd make shots. He could move. Like it was gross.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at one of the comments in the chat. The cat, please get the chat right now, immediately. Immediately right now. He would get sacked for calling. You've got the whole lot.
We get called for illegal motion because
oh man, well we're ending off our show because the season's about to begin in 5 minutes. Do we have any last? I'm not ignoring anybody. We do have a John Carletto again. One the last door. Yes, that's a good way to end it. First of all, Corey's line is the funniest of the day, and John Carletto, thanks for the continued support, and hope to see you next week. Captain, thanks for coming on. Hopefully your fucking flight comes in next week too to have you on again. Craze, I hope to see you every single week, which is obvious. And Kyle, handsome man, my boyfriend on Sunday mornings. Thank you guys. Good luck with your teams. We out!